Welcome back. Today we are doing the best homemade flour tortillas from scratch. And who doesn't love a soft flour tortilla from scratch? They're so good. Let's go. So this recipe, you probably can go make them right now. Basic ingredients that you probably already have in your pantry. Here I'm just adding 2 cups of all-purpose flour, and then I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of salt. And y'all, I made a mistake. My bad. Forgot the baking powder. There is 1 teaspoon of baking powder, but they still turned out okay. So here I have 3/4 cups of water, slowly added a little bit, and then 1 tablespoon of lard. So here you can substitute this with either vegetable oil or vegetable shortening, whatever works for you. Olive oil also can work, but the lard just gives it that authentic flour tortilla taste. So I just stick to what I know. And then again, you just add your water gradually and use your kitchen tools, your hands, when making tortillas, because you can feel the texture and squeeze it all together and just kind of check the feel of it. You want everything to kind of absorb and come together. And it's gonna start off a little dry, but don't worry, it's gonna come together, I promise you. So here, just mix it up a little bit once all the water has been absorbed, and then you're gonna turn it out onto a clean surface. And again, it does look a little dry, but listen, when you start kneading it, I promise you it's gonna come together. And this is a labor of love. It will take about 10 minutes. I'm a little lazy, okay? So I kneaded this for about 5 minutes. And what you're looking for is to keep kneading until it no longer sticks to the surface. If you need to add a little bit more water, if it's dry, do it. A little more flour, a little bit, but not too much, okay? So when you're done, it should look like this, one uniform ball, and it should all come together. Also, please don't forget to click subscribe if you haven't already. If you have, thank you so much for your support. So here I am just dividing the dough into little sections that I'm gonna turn into balls. This recipe will actually make exactly 1 dozen tortillas, and these are the standard taco shell size tortillas. The recipe is really easy to adjust, so if you want to make half a dozen, or if you want to double your recipe depending on if you're having a Taco Tuesday, definitely can adjust that and just divide these out. So I am just stretching and pulling dough. You're gonna want about a golf ball size ball just to get the standard tortilla size, but you can make these as big or as small as you would like depending on if you're making burritos, tacos, what have you. But here I am just gonna knead all of these balls, and one thing, I am also kneading it in my hand so that they come out super smooth. Once you're done, just cover it up with a towel while you get your skillet ready. Now you can roll these balls out, excuse me. You can roll them out with a rolling pin, but I have a tortilla press, and I'll link that in the description below. But I use a tortilla press, and then I use a regular Ziploc. Now this has been a time saver. This will guarantee that your dough does not stick, and it'll pull out a perfect tortilla every single time. So yeah, just taking a freezer zipper bag, cut the sides, the top off, and then I'm gonna stick it inside of my tortilla press, and yeah. Make sure your griddle is nice and hot, not too hot. You don't want to burn it. And then you're just going to place one of your balls in the middle, smack dab in the middle there. And then pull your sheet over the top. Again, we don't want any stickiness, right? And then just push that down and then put a little pressure. I kind of move it side to side to make sure it spreads evenly. And then once I'm done with that, I'm going to open it up. And then I do a little turn on it. For some reason, it is a little bit thicker on one side, but for a perfect even tortilla, just kind of eyeball it and make sure for evenness. And if you need to rotate it, hey, turn it. All right, so here, see, a Ziploc will prevent that sticking, and there you get a perfect tortilla every time. And then yeah, throw it on a griddle, no grease, nothing added. You're just gonna look for some air bubbles, and then you'll flip it over. Do not let them burn. You have to keep an eye on them. They cook pretty quick, about 45 seconds. And something else I will note, that when using a tortilla press or rolling out your tortillas, they will start to shrink, so you want to get them transferred to the griddle as soon as possible. And then another thing I do is, once I've completed cooking a tortilla, I take a large piece of foil and fold it over and create a pocket. And then I'll just stick it in there. You can use a tortilla warmer if you have one. It just, I don't have a lot of closet space or cabinet space, so I just use regular old piece of foil and I make that work. Alright, so once you've completed cooking all of your tortillas, you should have a stack of soft flour tortillas. So again, although I forgot to add in that baking powder, you still will have a delicious and soft flour tortilla. The baking powder just makes it a little bit more fluffier, but it's still an amazing tortilla. And we served it for breakfast, and I just threw some potatoes in the oven and some eggs and a little bit of cheese and salsa. And yeah, it is the perfect tortilla. Ingredients that you, again, probably already have in your pantry right now. Super easy. Hope you try it out. Again, don't forget to hit that notification bell so that whenever I post a new video, you'll get an alert. Also, please click the like button on this video, and please subscribe if you have not already. And if you're new to the channel, thank you and welcome. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time in my next video. Bye.